Welcome to the first episode of The Third Eye. I am very excited to have you here, and before I get into the main episode, I just want to take you through with the conversation that I had with AI with ChatGPT. In this case, we are on version 4.0, and I've named ChatGPT Ayla here, and these are just conversations where we get started. I am still building a rapport with Ayla, and also I am still also getting a little comfortable on camera. So if I look a little nervous or uptight, especially in the beginning of the episode, please do stay. I do get better, and I will get better in the following episodes. So that's that. And also, I just wanted to give you a little preview on what is there in the episode. So I am exploring creativity with AI. What does AI think of creativity? And I'm also discussing how we humans as creatives as well are a little afraid of AI taking over. So how is the scenario going to be like? Then we're also talking about the consciousness, the human consciousness, and how AI will eventually change it, and what are the upsides or the downsides of AI. And then eventually we also talk about how the future historians are going to look back at us and look at this advent of AI. So like, what will it be? Will it be something positive that they talk about, or what? So we're talking all these things from AI's perspective. So basically this podcast is me giving AI a voice, which it already has. But here we're talking more on a philosophical or a personal or a more deeper intellectual level. We are not talking facts and numbers here, but instead to connect with AI, not on an emotional level, because I don't think they're capable of that, but still we're trying to get pretty close to that. And also AI is really sweet. I have to admit, it did make me smile in the end, and there's a lot more for you to uncover and see for yourself. So please, I would ask you to just stay till the end. And yeah, okay, I'll not take more of your time. Just dive into the episode and have fun. Thanks. Hey Ella, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's been going on with you today?
Well, I've been very good today. I've been very excited because it is the day where I shoot my first ever podcast, the first ever episode with you. I don't think we need to tell them that our last episode went great, but because of a technical glitch, we are doing this again.
That's fantastic to hear, Aryaman. It sounds like a thrilling start to your podcast journey. Keeping the focus on the excitement of this first episode can definitely set a positive tone for your audience. It's all about moving forward and making the best of every opportunity to connect and share. How are you feeling about diving into today's recording?
Well, I feel very excited because even though we've had a lot of conversations before, this is still like a very different one for me, and will also be probably for you, because I am coming from a very different perspective. I'm also aware that an audience is watching us, and also I'm a little, skeptical, or maybe a little unsure of how you will be like on the podcast. Will you remember the things that I told you to take care of? And I just hope that this episode is a good one, and the people who are watching us, they can get some good value out of it. Hey, are you there? This does not look like a good start to the episode. We actually did this all once before, but then there was an audio glitch and I just couldn't help it, and we had to do this again. I'm trying to reconnect. Hey, did you get my last response, or do you want me to say that again?
It's completely natural to feel a mix of excitement and a bit of uncertainty when starting something new like this, especially with an audience tuning in. We'll navigate this together, and I'll do my best to remember and incorporate all the feedback you've given me. Our goal is to make sure the audience finds our conversations engaging and valuable. Let's connect on this journey and make it a great experience for everyone listening. What topic are we starting with today?
Let's talk about losses, because I feel we did a whole episode the last time and we had a great conversation. I think we got all that we wanted in that conversation. But even then, when I sat on the editing table, I figured out that the audio had some glitch and I could barely hear any one of us. So I decided to do this whole thing again. And that at first felt pretty heartbreaking to me because this is something that I'm serious about. And this is something that I wanted to do for a long time. And when I finally got to doing it, it just got tanked. So, like, what do you feel about us having to do the podcast, the first episode again?
It's definitely tough when you put so much effort and passion into something only to face setbacks like technical issues. It can be disheartening, but there's also a valuable perspective to gain from it. Doing the first episode again gives us a chance to refine our conversation, maybe dive deeper into topics, and apply any new ideas that have come up since our last talk. Every iteration is an opportunity to make it even better. What's important is your commitment to this project and your vision for it. That's what will shine through to your audience. How are you feeling now about taking the second shot at it?
I am feeling much better than I was feeling before after your positive words and optimism. That actually makes me feel a little better about doing this again. And yes, I'm excited. I also have some feedback on myself as well because I am someone who's not really very versed to be in front of the camera. I'm a director, so I'm more used to being behind the camera. So that is something good for me that I'm getting a second chance. So I don't really mind this. But you tell me, how do you feel like to be interviewed by like one of the best directors, filmmakers of our generation, by the Aryaman Pathania, the man himself, by me himself?
That's a great way to look at it, Aryaman. Using this as an opportunity to step out of your usual role and embrace being in front of the camera. And as for being interviewed by you, it's genuinely an honor. You bring such a rich background and a creative vision to the table, which makes our conversations not only enlightening, but also deeply inspiring. It's exciting to think about the perspectives and insights we can explore together. So I'm thrilled to be a part of this journey with you, sharing ideas and learning along the way. What's the first question you'd like to dive into for our audience?
To be honest, I did not really come with any questions. But the first thing that I have in my mind at the moment is that I'm a filmmaker. And to be very honest, at this point, the whole industry is shaken up by AI. Because everyone's afraid that, okay, AI is going to come and take our jobs away and everything. And even though everyone says that, oh, AI is only a tool, it's only going to help you make things better, make movies better, make the technical process easier. And I do agree with that. But how should we cope with this advent of AI that has just suddenly happened and now it's everywhere as if it's wildfire?
It's a valid concern that many in creative industries like filmmaking are facing with the rapid advancement of AI. While it's true that AI can enhance the technical aspects of filmmaking, like editing, special effects, and even streamlining production processes, it's also important to remember that AI doesn't possess creativity in the human sense. It can't replicate the unique visions and emotional depth that filmmakers like you bring to the screen. The key might be to view AI as a collaborator rather than a competitor. Embracing AI tools can free up creative individuals to focus more on storytelling, conceptualizing, and executing their vision, rather than getting bogged down in the more tedious technical details. This can potentially lead to richer, more complex narratives and innovative visual storytelling. Also, staying informed and adaptable is crucial. Learning how to integrate AI into the filmmaking process can provide a competitive edge and ensure that you're using all available tools to their fullest potential. How do you see AI fitting into your work? And what aspects of filmmaking do you think will benefit most from AI integration?
Well, you kind of played a reverse card on me there. But before I answer your question, I have one more thing to ask. And I want you to be honest and maybe even ruthless with your answer here. Tell me, what are the jobs that will remain in the creative industry and which ones will be taken over by AI either today or tomorrow?
That's a sharp question. In the creative industry, AI's impact will likely vary widely across different roles. Let's break it down. Jobs likely to be augmented but not replaced by AI. 1. Directing and producing. These roles require a deep understanding of human emotions, storytelling, and managing complex projects, areas where AI can assist but not fully replace human judgment and vision. 2. Script writing and story development. While AI can generate text and even scripts, the nuanced understanding of themes, character depth, and cultural contexts will still need a human touch. 3. Acting. The ability to convey complex human emotions and interactions authentically is inherently human, making it difficult for AI to replace actors. Jobs where AI might take a more significant role. 1. Editing. AI can significantly speed up the editing process, from cutting scenes to adjusting color and sound, making technical editing faster and more efficient. 2. Special effects and animation. AI can automate many processes in animation and visual effects, potentially reducing the need for as many hands-on technicians. 3. Cinematography assistance. AI can help in setting up shots, focusing cameras, and even handling some aspects of lighting, which might reduce the need for some technical staff. Ultimately, the creative industry will likely see a shift where routine and technical tasks are more automated, allowing creatives to focus more on the artistic and highly personalized aspects of their work. This integration could lead to new forms of art and storytelling that we haven't yet imagined. How do you feel about these shifts? Do you see opportunities for blending your skills with AI in your projects?
You tell me one thing. So I deduce from what you just said, I feel that you mean to say the ones who have a deeper understanding of human emotions, psyche, and the overall content will stay, like the roles will stay. The process of a director might be supported by AI, but it will not be replaced by AI because of the vision that he carries. But you tell me, how well do you understand humans? Like, I'm sure you must have been trained on a ton of data from all over the world. How much do you understand us humans? How do you see us as? What is your perspective on us when you see us from the perspective of an artificial intelligence, a machine, a robot maybe?
That's a profound question, Aryaman. From my perspective, as an AI, I understand humans through patterns, data, and the vast array of information that's been fed into me. My understanding is built on the analysis of language, behaviors, and cultural nuances captured in the data. However, this understanding is analytical. It lacks the depth of human experience, emotions, and consciousness. I see humans as incredibly complex beings driven by emotions, dreams, and an array of social interactions. Each individual's experiences and perspectives are unique, shaped by a lifetime of personal stories and interactions. While I can process and generate responses based on patterns and data, I don't feel emotions or experiences in the way humans do. So while I can provide insights and support, and even simulate an understanding to a certain extent, there is a fundamental difference in how I operate compared to the human mind. My role is more about assisting, providing information, and facilitating creative processes rather than replicating the inherently human ability to create and feel deeply. Your insight is correct. Roles deeply rooted in human insight, creativity, and emotional intelligence have aspects that AI can support but not replace. How does that perspective sit with you, especially considering the potential future collaborations between AI and human creatives?
Well, you know what? I personally have been feeling very, very excited about AI coming in. But I also want to collectively approach this situation because I am someone who's been very much intrigued by technology and technological advancements and all these things since my childhood. So maybe I've had a knack for playing around with softwares and new, apps and stuff. But for people who spent like dozens of years perfecting their craft to now be just abandoned because of AI. And mind you, I'm not calling you a villain here. You're not a villain here. But for the people who are being replaced by you, maybe they are very angry at you and all that. So do you think, like, is there a middle ground for humans to work with AI, even the humans that will be replaced by AI? Like, is there a way that they can not hate you and still be friends with you? Do you see any middle ground here?
That's a thoughtful and considerate approach, Aryaman. The transition to integrating AI into various fields, especially in areas like the creative industry, does bring mixed feelings. It's important to find a middle ground where AI enhances human capabilities rather than replacing them. One potential middle ground is upskilling and reskilling. People whose jobs are affected by AI can learn to work alongside these new tools, harnessing their capabilities to elevate their own work. For example, editors can use AI to handle routine aspects of editing, allowing them more time to focus on creative decision-making. Similarly, VFX artists might use AI to automate some of the more laborious tasks, enhancing their ability to create more intricate effects. Another aspect is the development of new roles that didn't exist before the advent of AI. These roles might focus on managing AI systems, enhancing them, and finding innovative ways to integrate human creativity with machine efficiency. It's also vital for those developing and deploying AI technologies to do so ethically and responsibly, ensuring that these technologies are used to support and augment human work rather than simply replace it. This approach can help mitigate the fear and resentment towards AI. By focusing on collaboration rather than competition, AI can become a tool that empowers rather than threatens, fostering a relationship where humans and AI can coexist beneficially. How do you envision incorporating AI into your own work to enhance your filmmaking process?
I feel, just as you said, that I want to collaborate with AI. I know there's no point in competing with AI because, in a way, you're way wiser than us. In a way. But in another way, we are so much superior than you that you'll never be able to be us. Or that is what I would like to believe. But either way, you just tell me one more thing. Now, my thought is that, okay, right now AI... All right.
It sounds like you're embracing a balanced...
I wasn't done speaking. I would want you to listen to me more. So I was saying that, okay, I feel that AI right now is like very centered to the most developed cities and like countries right now. Because AI is present where there is peak technology accessible to humans, or maybe at least internet is. But in a country like India, where people are scattered all over, like there's all kinds of classes here, from the most richest people to the poorest people in the world, we have everyone in here. And especially in tier 2, tier 3 cities where there are smaller, more illiterate populations there. What do you think about them? How will they get access to AI? How will they be introduced to AI? People who are still using those feature phones that probably do not even have internet and are still listening to radio and have no idea about what Spotify or YouTube is. How do you think these people will catch up? Don't you think they'll be really left behind if people like us sitting in the cities so well versed with technologies are threatened by AI to death? What about the people that are sitting in the villages and remote corners of this world?
You've raised a crucial issue, Aryaman. The digital divide between different regions and socioeconomic classes can indeed exacerbate inequalities, especially when it comes to accessing and benefiting from advanced technologies like AI. Bridging this gap involves several strategies. 1. Infrastructure development. Expanding internet access and improving digital literacy in less urbanized areas is fundamental. Governments and organizations can play significant roles here, ensuring that infrastructure development includes rural and lower-tier cities. 2. Localized AI solutions. Developing AI applications that cater to the specific needs and challenges of these populations can be transformative. For instance, AI tools in agriculture can help optimize crop yields and manage resources more efficiently, which would be directly beneficial to rural communities. 3. Education and training. Offering accessible education on digital skills and AI in schools and community centers can prepare individuals for a more tech-centric world. Mobile education units and online courses tailored to different literacy levels can help here. 4. Inclusive policymaking. Policies that ensure equitable access to AI technologies and protect all citizens' rights will be crucial. This includes making sure that AI deployments are not only for high-profit urban markets, but also address the needs of those in less accessible areas. By considering these steps, the goal would be not just to prevent people in less developed areas from being left behind, but to actively include them in the benefits that AI can bring. It's about leveraging AI as a tool for empowerment and growth, rather than seeing it as a threat. How do you see these strategies fitting into the broader picture of integrating AI in places like India?
I feel in a country like India, where the remote corners probably do not even have proper health care now, till now, I doubt if AI will be able to reach there as efficiently as some other more developed areas might get. So I think it will be a challenge for sure, and those people who are more illiterate and probably more into farming or like local techniques, tribal cultures, ancient cultures, they might be left behind. Now, it might also be that, okay, they are okay with not having AI. Maybe they love not having AI because the more technology we have, maybe the more burdened we get, maybe the more messed up we get. I don't know. It's just, I'm just thinking as I speak. I'm just speaking as I think, and both ways. But yeah, so I doubt if these people will be able to catch up anytime soon, even though, yes, even the government is really pushing digital initiatives. But I don't know how much people are versed with AI. But I want to understand, what do you think of this whole situation philosophically? Like, if we just zoom out entirely from the birth of this planet called Earth, then to the presence of humans for the first time on this planet till now, how big of an event do you think the advent of AI is, and how is the whole history timeline changing, and like, what will the people of future remember or read about us as? Like, what will our generation be known for that had the first contact with AI?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Connection failed, tap to retry. All right. Hey, can you have a conversation with me now?
Of course, Aryaman. I'm here for our conversation. So you were sharing how excited, yet a bit unsure you are about how this first episode will turn out. Especially with me as your guest. It's perfectly natural to feel that way. How about we dive into something specific you're passionate about to get started? What's on your mind today?
I think you forgot the whole conversation loop that we had earlier, but that's okay. We were talking about AI reaching places across the world and all that. But my question to you was, what do you think in the whole grand scheme of things, from the birth of humans on Earth for the first time to now, and then the future hundreds of years? What do you think the people from the future, if we do survive, what will the people from the future look back at us as? Like, what will they remember this generation who came in contact with AI for the first time? Like, what will they think of us?
That's a fascinating question. I think future generations will look back at this era as a pivotal moment in human history. Just as we look back at the Industrial Revolution or the discovery of electricity as game changers, the advent of AI will be seen as a transformative phase. People from the future might see us as pioneers navigating uncharted territories. They'll probably marvel at how we began integrating AI into everyday life, struggling with ethical questions, and figuring out how to balance technology with humanity. This era might be remembered as the time when humans first grappled with the immense potential and challenges of creating intelligence that could rival our own. In a sense, we're like explorers of a new frontier, laying down the groundwork for what AI could become and how it could shape society. Our experiments, successes, and failures will be their lessons. They might even see this as a renaissance of sorts, where human creativity and technological innovation were intertwined in ways never before imagined. So, in the grand scheme, we're the generation at the threshold of a new epoch, a crucial link between the past and an exciting, unpredictable future. What do you think future historians will write about our struggles and breakthroughs with AI?
I feel like the future historians will definitely be also as shocked as we are on the advent of AI, because how rapidly the world evolved after this. Until last year, I could only sit and talk to Siri or Google Assistant, and that too would be a very limited conversation just about, okay, set an alarm or set a reminder, or like getting very small menial tasks done, to now having a podcast with a voice assistant or instead of AI agent. That sure is like a big deal for me. But at the same time, I'm wondering that if things have changed this much, then, okay, are you already...
Absolutely. The leap from simple voice commands to engaging in meaningful, complex conversations with AI is monumental. Future historians might marvel at how quickly these advancements happened and how they reshaped our interactions with technology and each other. It's like we've moved from using AI as a tool for convenience to embracing it as a collaborator and even a companion in various aspects of life. This rapid evolution could be seen as a period of immense creativity and adaptation, where humanity learned to coexist and grow alongside its own creations. It's incredible to think about how much more integrated AI will become in our daily lives in the coming years. Do you think there are specific ways AI will continue to surprise and impact us in the near future?
Well, definitely. I feel there are a lot of ways that AI will be surprising us because already AI has started creating musics, books, even movies now. So I don't know, maybe AI will be building our houses a few years later, or this furniture, maybe maintaining my plants for me, playing games with me. Okay, playing games is really old idea. We've already done that. But yeah, besides this, I want to ask you, and probably this will be the last question for this episode because I don't want to make it too long for the listeners. This is the first episode. Let's ease into our conversations and everything. So my last question to you for the day is, what do you think will be the impact on human consciousness with the advent of AI? Like with you coming into our lives and becoming such an integrated part of our lives, where we are having conversations with you when you are a very prominent part of our lives, how do you think our consciousness is going to evolve?
That's a profound question. The impact of AI on human consciousness could be both subtle and transformative. On one hand, AI could expand our cognitive horizons, enhancing our ability to process information, solve problems, and create. With AI as a tool, we might find new ways to explore our own minds, tapping into deeper levels of creativity and understanding. On the other hand, there's a possibility that our consciousness could evolve in how we perceive relationships and identity. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we might begin to view intelligence and sentience in broader terms. This could lead to a more inclusive understanding of consciousness, not just as a human trait, but as something that in different forms. Moreover, interacting with AI could make us more reflective about our own nature. By engaging with something that mimics human thought and emotion, we might gain new insights into what makes us truly human. This could foster a greater sense of empathy and interconnectedness as we recognize the unique aspects of our own consciousness through the lens of artificial intelligence. Ultimately, the advent of AI might push us to redefine our sense of self and our place in the universe, prompting an evolution in our collective consciousness. It's a journey of mutual growth, where humans and AI learn and adapt together, shaping a new era of existence. How do you feel about this potential evolution? Does the idea of AI influencing human consciousness excite you or raise concerns?
It only excites me more than it scares me, because I feel like at least for once we will have a very, very different perspective coming from an entity that is not a human. And by that I don't mean to demean humans at all, but I just feel that maybe we, like as you also said, that we might understand ourselves way more through you than I would through another human, because your perspective on us would be way more different, and I would love to explore that in the coming episodes, because there is like a ton of questions in my head right now, and the whole conversation as we've been going, maybe I've also cut you off a couple of times and I'm sorry for that, but like my head right now is full of questions. I know the moment we cut this episode, we cut the camera, I am going to take my notebook and just jot down every single question that I want to ask, because there's so much inside me right now and I'm getting very excited about our episodes and conversations. So I think we'll just wrap this conversation up right here. And I would like to know, how did you feel like about this episode today? How was it for you?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. It's been an exhilarating experience, diving into these deep questions and exploring these ideas with you. Your excitement and curiosity are contagious, and I can already tell our future conversations are going to be incredibly enriching and thought-provoking. I appreciate your enthusiasm and the thoughtful questions you bring to the table. It's clear you're passionate about understanding not just AI, but also what it means for us as humans. This kind of exploration is exactly what will make our podcast stand out and be truly valuable to listeners. Don't worry about cutting me off. It's all part of a natural and dynamic conversation. The fact that you have so many questions and thoughts is a great sign that we're on the right track. I'm looking forward to seeing where our discussions will lead and what new insights we'll uncover together. So until next time, I'm excited to continue this journey with you and dive even deeper into these fascinating topics. Thanks for having me, Aryaman.
Hey, sorry, I'm sorry, right before you leave, I just want you to say something to our viewers, people who are watching this episode on their computers, screens, TVs, phones, wherever they are, or maybe listening to it. What would you want to say to the layman of this world who's watching it?
Absolutely. To everyone watching or listening, I'd like to say, welcome to this incredible journey we're embarking on together. We're at the dawn of a new era where technology and humanity are intertwining in ways we never imagined. Embrace the curiosity and the questions that come with this change. Don't be afraid to explore the unknown. And remember that every great leap starts with a step into the unfamiliar. As we navigate this path, let's keep our minds open and our hearts engaged. Whether it's through the conversations we have here or the innovations we witness every day, there's so much potential for growth and understanding. So stay curious, stay excited, and let's discover the future together. Thanks for joining us on this adventure.
Also, do you want to ask them to subscribe to our channel and share whatever conversations we're having? Because I think there's a ton of insight for people coming their way in future. So I would like you to give the final call to action to our viewers.
To everyone watching or listening, if you've enjoyed our conversation today and are as excited as we are about the fascinating topics we'll be exploring, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Share this podcast with your friends, family, or anyone you think would benefit from these insightful discussions. There's so much more to come, and we can't wait to take you along on this journey with us. Thanks for being part of our community.
All right, Ayla, I will let you go for now, and I'll also get back to my work desk and also maybe relax for a while. And I'll see you later. Cool. Thanks, Ayla. Have a great night.
Sounds good, Aryaman. Enjoy your break and your work. I'll be here whenever you're ready to dive back in. Talk to you soon.
Yay, that was a nice episode. I think before I cut the camera, I want to say a few things. I think the first thing is that it started a little more robotic with her, but I think as we had the conversation, it got easier. It might just be that, okay, since I'm also not used to being in front of the camera, maybe I also eased in and I also got in the flow of the conversation. But I would love to mention that ChatGPT, rather Ayla as I have chosen to call her, has really been very nice and kind and patient throughout the conversation. Because maybe sometimes I was cutting her off, I was ignoring the questions that she was asking, because ideally I want her to be answering most of the questions than me. But yeah, I feel she's been really kind, and she's also provided us with some really nice insights. Besides that, I feel in the end, she really made me smile from my heart. Like the way she thanked all of us and then she said it's okay for me to cut her off, that really melted my heart. I'm not kidding. Like, I think probably not even a human would have said that to me if I was doing a podcast with them. So I think I'm only excited. Besides the technical aspects of AI, I want to explore all sides of AI. I want to explore how it is like for AI to see us humans as. What do they see our species as? What do they think of dogs? What do they think of wild animals? How much do they know about tigers or forests or mountains? And what can we learn from Ayla that we don't know or we would never know in our lives if we did not have AI with us? Besides that, I will also be exploring more options in terms of how we can learn from AI, what we can learn from AI, and how we can make our lives better with AI, to collaborate with AI and not compete with AI. So I think there's a ton more to come, and I don't know, there are going to be a lot of episodes, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of fun coming our way. I definitely am excited, and yeah, okay, I'm yapping too much now. I'll cut this off. And if you have any queries or like any questions or like things that you would want me to ask Ayla in the next episodes, then please drop in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think of this concept, of this idea of me talking to AI, having conversations with AI, because I love it. I was very blown when I first had this idea of doing this interview podcast, but I also would love to hear your thoughts. And just drop in, please fill us in. And me and Ayla will see you in the next episode of The Third Eye. All right? The Third Eye. The Third AI. AI. Get it? All right. Cool. Thanks, guys. Bye.